Welcome to your next step up the self-publishing mountain.
I'm Matilda Swift, author of quintessentially British cozy mysteries.
And I'm Samantha Cummings, author of young adult books about magic, myths and monsters.
I've written the books,
Changed their covers,
tweaked their blurbs,
tried tools from a dozen ads courses.
and I'm still not seeing success.
Now, we're working together to plot and plan our way from barely making ends meet to pulling in a living wage.
Join us on our journey where we'll be mastering the pen to snag that paycheck.
Hello and welcome to Pen to Paycheck Authors Podcast. I'm Matilda Swift, here with my co-host Samantha Cummings, and we're here to write our way to financial success. We're two indie authors with over a dozen books between us and still a long way to go towards the quit the day job dream. If that sounds familiar, listen along for our mastery through missteps journey. Each week we cover a topic to help along the way. This week it's pre-launch activities. Before that, what are your wins and whinges of the week? We're an auditory medium, you're just making a face.
I did sign, but I don't think it sounded. That's how sad I feel. Okay,
You make like a real Eeyore face.
Yeah, I feel like Eeyore. My win, which is non-writing related, is that I have an allotment, and a few weeks ago we had an inspection and I got told that our allotment was not up to scratch because it's just not been a great year for like going to the allotment and spending money. But this weekend I got it up to scratch with a lot of hard work. Oh my god, I'm aching all over. Literally spent hours there yesterday doing manual labour, which I love doing. I should have been a gardener. I could be manual labouring in a garden forever. And that was really good and I feel great about it. But that's basically my only win because I feel like I don't know, like this week's gone really fast. I haven't done any writing. I did a little bit of writing today, but I haven't done any writing even though I wanted to do some every day. And I've just been so tired and feeling all the bad emotions when it comes to writing and like the business and stuff. I've just been going to the park almost every night to go and play on the swings. It's like I can't face looking at my computer. Let's go to the park, and I've been going on this all like the kids stuff.
Well, we were talking about this in the Discord this week a little bit of just like after a project, I feel like we just instantly think like I'm going to snap into another project.
Yeah.
And the problem I have is I always think like, oh, if I'm at the end of a project writing like 5,000 words a day, I schedule my next project to be consistently at 5,000 words a day, forgetting that like it took me several weeks to get up to that pace.
Mm-hmm.
And there were days at the beginning where I was just like, I'll come back tomorrow to this, or I just need to clean my house first, or just like a couple of chapter reads and then put it down. It's just like I don't think we schedule enough time between things.
No, and I think that August is summer holidays, and I think that I should just have the whole of August off, or like not really schedule too much during August
because like I don't want to write when it's Christmas.
Yeah, I don't do that. So I think that maybe I just didn't really think like how much time I would want to spend just like going outside and letting my body be tired whilst it's warm. And so I feel a bit down about that, but also I'm trying to take this as a lesson that like this is just the ebb and flow of the writing life. I do think
there's too many lessons in the writing life. Like there's a lot of lessons to learn.
There's every day it feels like a lesson. I'm also having like money stress again, which just feels constant because this month was just like the worst month for big bills coming out. And yeah, like just like painful, why is life so expensive moments at the moment. But other than that, I'm great. How about you?
I feel like this week has gone well. I still feel like I'm really getting over being ill. But before the week before that, I don't know. Like I still feel like a bit run down.
Yeah.
But I've used that to like just really have quite a slow week, and I've done nothing really apart from writing. I did a couple of kind of like I'm really trying to get ready for some slow living activities. Like what I really want to do when I'm not working is try and get a better work-life balance between like writing and other things, because at the moment all I do is like day job and writing and I do nothing else, and it's feeling wearing. So this weekend I got my nails done. I joined the very long queue for croissants at the delicious croissant shop near me, which is so worth it. But it's like I don't queue for food, but I queue for food here because it's unbelievable.
Always
and also
for croissant.
I just think I'd go somewhere else usually, but like this place is a very cute little bakery which just opens at 10 and it's open till they've run out of food. And the queue is like everyone joins the queue and the whole village joins the queue.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's really good. And I did some cooking this evening, which is a real red letter day for me. I
Yes.
like batch cooked for the whole week and it was really tasty food, but it made me think I need more spare time because it's just felt like so much time and so tiring to cook. And I don't understand people do it every day. It's not for me.
Yeah, I am an everyday cook person, and you are an
Yeah,
everyday just snack and pull. Yeah, your
yeah,
girl dinner personified.
yeah. I would just like just to graze and little bits
Hmm.
that I find around the house. But it was nice to have, vegetables.
Well,
I'm a
yeah,
fruit eater
the
normally
stuff.
because
Yeah.
like fruit you can just eat. But like anyway, so I cooked and I like sat down to watch a Barbie movie yesterday. So I've done like a few nice little things, but also I have done a huge amount of writing, which felt really good. My books are 42,000 words long. And this week I've written 18,000 words. Because, like,
Nice.
again, in my head, what I'll think from that is, oh, it takes me a couple of weeks to write a book. That's not true. It's already taken me a
No.
couple of weeks to get to the stage of being this fast. So, no, I need to remember that that is not true. This is the end of the project speed. But it has been really nice because, like, I'm so close to the end of the project that just, like, I can do a 1,000 word chapter in, like, half an hour because I know exactly what I'm going to write. I'm in the characters, I'm in the flow. I know I'm at the end where all the kind of threads that I've thrown out, I can put together. So all I have to do is catch them and weave them back in again, which is just
Hmm.
delightful. And so, yeah, it does just feel like I'm doing a little bit of writing sprint, going away to do something relaxing. I've read a book this week as well, most of this weekend. So just it's been nice, but I still feel run down. So I just
Yes.
need to try and still appreciate the kind of slow life loveliness. And I'm just so looking forward to baking and like painting my house and
Hmm.
like I've got DIY that I haven't done for years because I just have that's it. I'm out of time and bandwidth to do those things. Um, and yeah, I want that time and energy back. It's gonna be so nice. And it'll be nearly Christmas and yeah, lovely.
No, 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 no. Don't mention the C word. I
I'm already
can't.
thinking about it quite a lot, quite
No,
regularly.
I cannot. That's why social media, this is just like a little bit of a tirade here, but so everyone on social media is like, "Oh, it's August, basically autumn." No,
Hmm.
stop it. Stop it right now. Absolutely not. August is the middle of summer. I don't want to hear a single thing about autumn, even though I've been hearing the Gilmore Girls la-las in my head, and I'm
Yeah.
like, there
You
she
made crumble
goes.
today. You basically
And I
called it
made,
upon yourself.
yes, I did make crumble, but yeah, I've been hearing like, there she goes by the Lars playing, and
Yeah.
like, just,
It's
no,
autumn.
cut it out. I don't want to hear it. Summer. So that's how I feel right now.
Yeah. I feel like
Moving. Yeah, go.
a very mixed week. Very winds and windy this week.
Moving on to the topic of the week, we are talking about pre-launch activities. What does this mean?
So it covers a lot of things, and I think it's useful to kind of think about, uh, or just outline the fact that it means different things, maybe depending on where you're at in a series. So,
Mm-hmm.
pre-launch activities, anything you're doing to kind of promote a book launch. And we kind of wanted to pick this right now because we both have a book out next month. We both got a book out at pretty similar times, but very different books. So Sam's got a book that's book number 1, brand new
Mm-hmm.
series, everything exciting. I have got a book coming out that's book number 4. That's like, oh, I haven't even finished writing it because it's going to be like fine. I know it's going to happen. I'll get it. I'll sort it. I'll finish it next
Mm-hmm.
week, and then I'll draft it before. So it's out in the middle of September. And I was like, I know exactly what it's going to be about. Kind of got the cover already. I have the cover for ages. Actually, I had it done maybe nearly a year ago because I got it done in the batch with the rest of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to get the next book cover done so I can put the book up for pre-order. Okay, I
This
need
is
to
what
get
we're
the title
talking
of that.
about.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
yes, I will make myself a note for that in a minute. Yes, it's kind of everything that you do coming up to a launch, but thinking about it maybe in terms of also 2 different sorts of launches. Because yeah, for me at the moment, I've got book 4 coming. Really, I could I do more promo? I don't know. I mean, I'm disappointed by the pre-order numbers for this book actually, and I think partly it's because books 1, 2, and 3 were on rapid release, and several people just ordered 1, 2, and 3 altogether, or people finished one, went straight into pre-order the next one, and just kind of were in a bit of a loop. And then book 4, because it was out ages later, it was out in September compared to the last one was out in April. I think it's just felt a bit like, oh yeah, I'll think about that when it gets closer to time.
Mhm.
And yeah, and it's just like I don't know whether it's that I need to do a bit more. I think I need to do some more excitement about it, some excitement building. And I just haven't because in my head it's like I've got used to that like rapid release. It kind of the book advertises itself because it's the next thing I'm doing, and I don't really have to think about it and make a plan because it's just I'm in that hamster wheel of promoting. But I definitely need to be doing some things. And I think I also get to be a little bit lazy with this because my ARC team has got used to the fact that I send my books very late and send them like basically a couple of days before the book's out. And then like and with no expectations I'm going to review them in time because I'm just that's where I'm at right now. It's like I'm not getting them done weeks in advance. Fine, I will do at some point, but I will get the schedule working, but it's not right now. But they're like turning around a review overnight. Like I'll go to sleep, send the ARCs out at 1 a.m, wake up next morning, review out. So lovely, and but it means I get a bit complacent. Yes, so I need to be doing more now. The book is more than a month away, so I think it's the right time to be thinking about it. But yes, I do need to think about it. Are you thinking quite differently? Because yours is. And when is yours coming out? Have you decided?
The 1st of September.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. That's very soon.
I know. I'm not stressed. I am so bad at time management, but I didn't want to push the date because I didn't really think I deserved to push the date, so I didn't.
What?
And I say that as a joke. Like I say as I love like the rush before a release, and I definitely work better if I know that I've got a deadline. And the closer the deadline is, the harder and faster I work. And that's it. So I thought if I pushed the date, it would give me more time to relax. But what would I do with that time? Like I probably wouldn't do anything. So I didn't give myself longer. I set the release date and I thought, I'm going to stick to it. So I've managed to get everything in. It's just going to be a lot of stuff to do over the next couple of weeks. But I like that. Like, I've convinced myself I like that. And that's fine. So yeah, I'm just trying to really build up pre-orders at the moment. I've got ARC people waiting. So my ARCs are going out on the 18th, which gives them a couple of weeks to read it. Like I say, like I'm not like, I don't care. I'm also not like a person who's very good at getting ARCs out early, and I just like whatever, let the chips fall where they may. I'm not at the point in my career where I'm not banking on having hundreds and hundreds of ARC readers that pull through. And this is very much I'm doing almost a big splash, but just a big splash for me, like not a big splash in terms of anybody else.
I think it is useful to like see how does it go, what levers are there, what do I need to think about, do I wish I got that out earlier. I think that can be useful rather than like feeling like it's going to make or break. I spent thousands on this launch and it's got to be this exact thing to recoup money.
I'm I'm hoping for the best. I'm expecting the worst.
No,
but that's something that my driving teacher instilled in me when I learned to drive like 20 years ago. And she's like, but like in terms of driving, it was always like expect
she's
to go.
She's a driving instructor. You can't take the person's advice. Yes. She's the worst job ever. I would hate that job.
Her instruction was prepare to go, but expect to stop. And I kind of take that. I took like it was such a good lesson, and it
was a driving specific instruction.
It was a driving specific instruction. It was like when you get to this is like such a long story, but when you get to a roundabout, you've got to prepare that you'll be able to go, but also like you might have to stop at a roundabout. This is very UK specific, but I internalized that so much that I feel like it has given me a really good way to deal with almost all things in life where something could go really well, but it could not. And I'm like, well, maybe it just won't. Maybe I'll stop. Maybe I'll just have to stop for a sec. So that's how I process things in life. Thank you to that driving instructor. So yeah, like I'm hoping for good stuff. My pre-orders, I had a target of 100 pre-orders, and I'm no way near. But I'm also like quadrupled the amount of pre-orders I've ever had for a book. So, like take it as it comes. I've still got a few weeks to try and amp up pre-orders. My little whinge just of this part of what we're talking about is that I feel like I'm shouting into the void because every time I talk about my book, Instagram shows me other people's books out in September. There are also coven related witchy books because obviously it's September and autumn and witches and I really thought I was doing something, and then I realized everyone else also thinks they're doing something.
But that is good. You want to be in that zeitgeist, but I think maybe then it feels like you're not in the zeitgeist.
I feel like I'm not. I feel like I'm in it, like my toes in it, and I definitely have a lot of people saying they're looking forward to the book coming out, but I'm not reaching more people now. I feel like I've hit a wall of who I was reaching. I've reached everyone who is already within my little tiny fish tank, and I can't, like, no matter what I do at the moment, I'm not getting anywhere else. And I've had some ads running for pre-orders, and I set them up a couple of weeks ago and let them run. And I've spent maybe £40, £50, and I've had no pre-orders. Clicks, but no pre-orders. So yeah, I'm just like, I'm at that point where I feel like I'm screaming into a void right now.
Sorry, my cat's playing with the microphone.
I know, yeah.
Doing some wind noises.
I could just see
Apologies.
the microphone just swept across the screen then.
That's solidarity. That's some witchy solidarity from the cat there.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that is really tricky, I think, because my genre is not making words, sorry. My genre is heavily represented. There is heavily represented on Facebook, so you can advertise on Facebook and at least feel like you can find the people, you're looking. And and I had enough series like behind me that I maybe had enough, like you could see other reviews, but also I think it's a relatively affluent demographic that might just take a punt on a pre-order. It's essentially old demographics, like people who are like, yeah, and it was like $2.99 for the pre-order, so it's like, yeah, I'll pre-order that and see how it goes. And so I did manage to get pre-orders. I think also the cover looked cute and like the blurb looked cute, like it all looked very to market, and I had very easy comps, and so I think it did feel like I could do pre-orders. I think they are generally very difficult, and I think there are definitely demographics that are far less likely to pre-order and from someone unknown. It might be useful in that, like, you've got a bit of an awareness campaign out there that you can then retarget with people and do some more with it later, but it just feel like, oh, that's a lever that's not moving.
Yeah. I've set up a new ad today, so I finished the ads that weren't working because they just weren't. They weren't going anywhere. So I gave them a couple of weeks. As we always say, just give it a bit of time.
Yeah.
They weren't doing anything. I've switched them off. I'm starting another ad tomorrow, which is more vibey rather than showing the cover of the book. I'm just doing like another vibey post because. And I'm basically boosting a previous social media post because last time that worked out a bit better for me than just building an ad, like doing an ad video. So I'm going to try another boosted post sort of thing. Not an actual boosted post, like do ads, but using a post. And see how that goes. I'm just trying to take it on the chin. Like you say, I'm starting. It's a new pen name. I don't have a big following. So it's just all learning. But I just am so impatient, and I feel like I could envisage my success so well because I love the book so much, and I love my comps, and it all feels like the idea is so good. Yeah, but I can't get anyone to listen to it. So
and like I've read the first chapter. You send out a newsletter, and it's like it's really good. And you're just like, if you were an established author in the genre and you put that out, it would be like a one-click buy, right? That's the issue with it. It's like there's nothing wrong with the book. It's the how to get your voice above the rest, and get people interested. Yeah, which is
so it's hard.
The worst part of the job.
Yeah, it is. But it's hopefully this is the least known I will ever be right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with that instead of thinking like, oh, this whole thing's gonna go badly. This is just the least well known I've ever been, and at some point, this will be much better. But and that's my current struggle is pre-orders. I'm so focused, and it's just me. I'm just focused on pre-orders because that's a way to measure some sort of success before a book is out. So it feels like that's the thing to look at.
Yeah, because like also what else is there? It can be like, well, it might be that in a year it's one of those slow growing books, and in a year it's like number one on Amazon. Like that could very well be the case, like of the future. There's absolutely no way to know that, and like all you have right now is to look at like it looks like a lot of people aren't buying it right now, but that says nothing about future performance. And there's loads of the ad platform to learn. I definitely found it interesting actually So I have been doing this year, I think I mentioned last week, like lots of ads experiments because I just feel like, and I'm really trying to feel good about this. Like, I think because I'm such a strong learner, I have just really struggled with ads because I don't understand them. And I
Mm-hmm.
really find it hard to do something that I don't understand. And I just get very stuck because it's just like, oh, it's just not working. But why? Or like, what? How can I make it work now then? Or what can I do? It's like, oh, just try another one. Like, I can't do that. I can't just like keep throwing spaghetti at the wall because I just don't understand. That's not a thing to do with spaghetti or walls. It just seems like nonsensical to me. So I just was like, I want to try lots of different types of ads and like have small £100 tests of various sorts of ads to see if I can figure out anything about them. And last week I'd set up those ads that were like really, really varied and they were based on information I got from AI. There's like looking at another author's ads who had really varied ads. I was like, that will really help me because if I get really varied ads and I can start to see how they perform differently, that should help me understand something. And it has been
Yeah.
really useful. I put them on for to limit like 250 link clicks, and the first one's just hit its limit, so it'll still be feeded before I get all the kind of the data back from Amazon. But it has been really interesting to see because they're so different, the ads, and like they've got different copy, different images. They have got really different click-through rates, really different like engagement rates, and so that has been really nice to see, and like different purchase rates. So it gives me a sense of like, oh, I can start to understand something, and I could also see, I could watch the ads quite closely and see that. So anyway, I was going to say, so I've got those ads going, and what I always find interesting is when I have ads going, is the number of people that pre-order goes up. And I think it's twofold. It's like people who are already targeted by my ads in the past, or I've already read my books in the past, are like, oh, let me see if there's a new book in that series coming. Here's number one. I've read number one. Is there another one? They'll pre-order number 4 that's coming next.
Mm-hmm.
But some people will also see book 1 and then buy 1 to 4 and just like instantly buy 1 to 4. And like, I would never do that. But I think if people see a series they
Yeah.
think they like, again, if they're not, again, books they're not actually that expensive. Like we talk about them as if they're expensive, but like they're not. If someone bought the whole of books 1 to 4, that's like under 15 quid, under $15, which you would spend more on that for like a nice lunch
Mm-hmm.
with friends.
Yeah.
So if you thought you might like the series, you're like, yeah, I'll give that a go. Yes, so I definitely get more pre-orders of later books in the series when running ads generally,
Mm-hmm.
and having existing books out. So that has been useful. So that's probably a small bit that I've done so far to kind of get book 4 selling. Is I
Mm-hmm.
have put book 1 back on back on adverts, but like very stop start because I'm trying different things. So I think that I need to um maybe spend this next month like doing more consistent advertising of book 1 to try and get book 4, or like of the whole series, because like one of the ads that I tried has all the books in the series up, and so I think I might try a set of ads all like that, just targeting the series, or even just targeting the series page. I might even try that. So yes, I am not doing a lot, but I should be doing more. I mean, obviously I told my newsletter, but I've told them, been banging on about for ages, it feels like, but actually probably not that much. I think I need to do some big like 5 weeks out, 4 weeks out sort of
Mm-hmm.
messaging, and share more bits from the book, quotes and fun things like that in my newsletter and on my social media,
Yeah.
where I don't think I've mentioned the book in ever in weeks. I should do some more promotion. That's what I should do.
So
And I
yeah.
think that is, yeah, a good reminder that there are things. I think it's because I think there's not things I can do, right? Because I was saying I got kind of in this rapid release, it keeps itself going, chugging along, and I have not been conscious about it. So yeah, newsletter, social media reminders, let my ARC team know it's coming. I was sort of thinking about, should I expand my ARC team, but I might do that with the next book because
Mhm.
I've left it too late. So
Yeah. Yeah, I've been shouting on social media for months about this book, and it's fun because like on TikTok in particular, it gets so much reach, so many views, saves, like so many people save the posts, and that's really nice to see, and that's very very much bolstering my commitment to social media and how positive I'm feeling about the book. But those people on TikTok, like the way that young adult readers work on social media is it's not like a trackable thing. I think a lot of people they don't want to pre-order a Kindle book. They want to pre-order a
yeah,
hardback special edition book. It's
yeah,
like an event. So I'm kind of contending against a lot of trad and or indies who are doing special edition books as their first thing. That feels like right now it's a bit of a struggle. But my social media is doing well and my posts do well. And I just have to keep the thing that I'm struggling with right now. Like I took a week off TikTok because I just couldn't do another week of repeating the same stuff over and over again.
Yeah.
Because I love doing repetitive tasks in real life, which is a strange thing. Like I love just mediocre, like just doing like anything that's just like not important, just doing it over and over again. Like I love chopping vegetables and stuff, and I just potter around in my day job just doing the boring stuff that nobody else wants to do because it's just repetitive and like they can't be bothered doing it, so I do it. And I like doing that. But when it comes to posting on social media, posting the same thing over and over again gets to me. It's really just like, it really grinds me down. And last week I just thought, I can't log on to TikTok and do more posts. So I've been doing different posts on Instagram because that tends to work a bit better for me. It's just to try different things on Instagram. So I've been leaning backwards and forwards between different social medias to try different things, which has been fun. I also just love making Instagram posts and seeing other people's posts and then making my own versions of them, which is what I do. Sorry. But you know, that's life. But I am also, like, I've got an ARC team ready to go, but I am going to do the co-op ARC team and see how I get on with that.
Yeah, the Victory Edits co-op.
The Victory
when
Edits
does that start?
I'm all signed up for it, so I just have to upload the manuscript when I have it and then pay and do all that stuff. So, like, I'm kind of in a bit of a grey zone with that right now.
Why are you in a grey zone? Because you're doing your formatting. What?
Because I don't have to look back. I'm waiting for the book from the editors. This is the thing. I'm very late to the party, my own party. So the book's coming back.
When does it come back? Yeah.
Literally any day. I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure it's due back in the next couple of days. I'm looking at my calendar, but I can't actually see where I'm up to.
It should be 2 weeks. I'm trying to think when you're.
Mine was a 3-weeker.
All right. Oh, because it's long.
Because it's long, but it's not as long. It wasn't at the far end of their word count. It was at closer to like the start of the word count target thing. So, like I'm saying, I'm assuming it literally any day.
Yeah.
And then I can do all the other stuff. So this is, I think, why I haven't been working on my prequel, which is again, another thing that I'm working on for my pre-launch activity. Because I know that I'm waiting for the edits to come back. And when the edits come back from the editors, I'm not going to lie, I go through the document and I basically just accept and approve almost 99% of what they say because they're better than me. And they know where all the commas go and everything. So there's not a lot to my pass over of an edit. I just mostly accept it. And then once I get that, then the ball can start rolling again. So I think I'm kind of on the back foot waiting for that to come in because then I'll know how the rest of it's going to play out. But I have my prequel that I'm trying to write, but I can't quite bring myself to do. I'm halfway through it. I just need to write the rest because I want to get that into email stuff for Book Funnel. Yeah, Book Funnel. And then I've got the special little bonus story that's going in the back matter. So I need to it's all that I'm just at the point where all the little things, like there are so many little things to do before the day, and the day's getting closer, and I know just a lot of writing and editing and formatting and uploading and scheduling. It's fine. Everything's okay.
I mean, I'm still writing my book, so it's like I'm not here to judge.
Yeah. And I really wanted to do a launch party for this book, but because I'm so bad at planning and time management, I decided last week, my friend is probably waiting for me to text her to say whether I want to do it or not, but I just am not the planner. And I should have just asked my sister to plan it because she's the planner of the family, but I didn't. And now I'm just thinking, do you know what? If I do one, it might be a few weeks after the event. I might just have a party.
Yeah, I think ask your sister and just give her can we do it a few weeks later? Yeah,
and I'll just do something different. Not do a launch party, but it's been out for a month. Let's celebrate now.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's. And then I also need to come up with the title. Like this is part of my pre-launch thing. I need to come up with the title of the next book so that I can put it in the back matter for
Yeah.
pre-order. Oh God, somebody help me.
I feel like you need to be getting the wriggle on.
I know. It all sounds like it's a lot, but I actually have more control over it than it sounds. I know where everything's up to, and I'm great at meeting a deadline.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is why I'm pretty relaxed. It's like I've never missed a deadline. It'll be fine. I'll just work hard and then
Yeah,
I'll meet it.
yeah. Just be really stressed up until the day, and then don't celebrate when it
Yeah,
happens because you just really burnt out.
it's in the past. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
was only
That's
in the
done.
future.
On to the next one.
Yeah. But yeah, so you have got
Oh,
arcs that you recruit yourself. You've got
yes,
arcs that you're going to get through Victory Edits co-op,
yes.
which is a NetGalley art co-op. You have got a prequel that's going up. Is that going to go up before the book's out?
Yeah, I'm hoping to get that out before the book. I really wanted it up for this week, but I'm happy to get that up like the week of, just to have, because it's always going to be. That's like a there's a word that I always like to use,
Evergreen?
but I can't think. Yes, thank you. An evergreen. So that's like an evergreen sales pitchy thing. So
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm okay with that. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. It's
And
just part
then
of the
you've got
process.
like social things.
Yes.
You can do, I found it quite useful to do like little review posts when my books came out on the socials. That felt
Yes. I learned
useful.
that from when you did that because I loved seeing those, and I thought it was such a nice way
I stole it from someone else.
to
So.
use. Yeah, like
Yeah.
and I'm sure like loads of people do that, and I've got that on my list of when I start getting reviews. And if people do it, we'll see. And they say nice things, but if they say really awful things, I'm still going to use those, and I'll just cry in the videos. Like
Yeah.
somebody say something nice, stop me from
Mhm.
crying. So I've got that in my back pocket for a little bit of after publication thing, or like pre and after.
Yeah.
Oh, I am as chaotic as I sound, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you going to release the paperback before the ebooks? You can get reviews in early.
Yes, yeah, but I'm not worried about that. Usually, I know that I've said on this podcast that I have somebody else do my formatting, and I've
Mhm.
always championed that because it's just easier for me. But because of timings and yeah, basically just like bad time management, but also sometimes I just feel bad because she does it for free, and I feel bad that I'm taking up her time when she could be doing paid work for it. So it's a bit
Mhm.
of a dual reason. But I didn't want her to rush to do it for me and not be able to take on clients because I am a mess. So I have told her that I'm going to format myself. I have the software. I do like doing it. That's the fun thing. I do like doing it. And then I've got her on the back burner for a special edition next year.
Oh. Are you doing any book boxy sort of things? You've done that for your previous books.
Yeah, not for the launch. I think I kind of like. I know like other people do that for launches, but that to me seems like another step in the process that I couldn't possibly. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
I would never. That would just, it would kill me. I'm not that
Yeah.
person. I'm going to do that as a campaign, like
Mhm.
further down the line. Maybe by the end of the year, I'll probably send some out. But I'm not into that for a starting thing because, no, I think actually do think I would die. It's
Yeah.
too much.
I mean, also like you've got the benefit of like it's a witchy book, so you could do something for Halloween.
Yes. Yeah.
And yeah, you've got another date that you can kind of do something fun in.
Mhm. Yeah.
I feel like I felt so busy with my book launch, like because I had the 1, 2, 3 together. I felt so busy when book one
Mhm.
came out because I was also like working on 2 and 3. And I was like, I'm sure I did loads of things at launch. Like I can't think of any. I can't think of
No,
anything else I did.
I legitimately forget that this is what happens every
Yeah.
book. I'm like, yeah, like you just release a book. No, I should have started all of these things months in advance, like way
Mhm.
sooner. And I never learn. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Next book, I'll do better.
But I think the problem is like there's so many, and the problem I have with everything is like I put down one task and read it 10 tasks. So
Mm.
things like I'll have like format the book and it'll be like, oh, I forgot that I need to create the like wall magnet to go in the back, and I need to have the
Mm-hmm.
next book of a pre-order. I need to have the cover for that. I need to think of a title for that. Like
Yeah.
everything is like 17 steps back that you was like, oh, I should have thought of that a month ago, and I
Mm-hmm.
didn't. So now I have to push it back a little bit or rush for it, and it's like everything is a lot of different sections that all take so much time. And even just like the front and back matter, even if you had no leads, just like make sure it gets updated. I always have like a little quote in mind. So like if I was thinking about the last minute, I was like, oh, didn't think about that. And like making sure the book lists are updated, that the right link is in the author's notes. It's like that is all an enormous amount of time.
Oh
That
yeah.
like just if you don't account for it, and it's like and that's the sort of time that like if you just had that, like if you weren't working or you were only doing like one book a year, like that's the sort of time that you would spend like, I'll do a book box, I'll do a huge social media campaign. You know, people have been, I think mentioned this, like people have been really unkind about the young woman who promoted her book on TikTok phenomenally well, got 6,500 pre-orders, and everyone was like, oh, it wasn't a great book. But it's like she spent a huge amount of time getting 6,500 pre-orders. Like that was she like a year at least work for her, all that social media work. And it's like that is time that like if this industry didn't require so much face-to-face content, she could have spent working on a book. She could have spent writing another book. But like that's not how you get 6,500 pre-orders.
Yeah,
that's how you get
she was created by the machine that then tore her apart, and it's really sad. I just think I know I feel like I say this a lot, and people probably don't like it, but this is how I feel about most things in life. It's not that serious. It's fiction, you know. Like, oh, great! Like, it doesn't matter. A book costs like the same price as a latte from Starbucks. It's fine. If some of them are throwaway, some of them you remember forever as the best thing you've ever read. Some of them you keep on your shelf. Some of them you donate to a charity shop. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I've just never had that many very good opinions about latte. Like a latte is just like it's some caffeine and a bit of comfort.
And way too much milk. Yeah. So
like a large drink.
You know what I'm like with drinks. The smaller the better. I just don't like that people would rip someone apart for something like that. Just be gracious. Like everyone should just be way more gracious with everyone else. Just don't worry about it. Just leave her to it. Tell her it was great and let her do it again.
Yeah. And or just don't buy her next book. That should be the consequences. Like you didn't love it, you buy the next book. It's like I think people take it really personally. I think especially when like you're being sold to on a personal level, right? This is like what we're saying, like the machine says sell us your body and spirit as like the story behind you to make us want to read the book. And then that means that when the book is a failure, you are a betrayer of souls.
Yes, like oh, you scammed me. It's like I literally just tried to sell a book that I'd written. Yeah. I feel like that is a fear that I have, is that when people read this book, it's not going to hit the points, like it's not going to hit those vibes and my comps and stuff. I'm really scared that people are going to say like, this isn't anything like The Craft, or like you can't say Dead Poet Society just because it's in a boarding school. Like,
but then we talk a lot about Brianne Randall. We have a while ago, who really promoted her book as like Gilmore Girls meets Practical Magic, and like did not have the vibes of really either of those books. No. And loads of people liked it, and loads of people, you know, have books from her, or like ordered more books from her. She has not suffered from that. I think it's like that's the authenticity issue, right? It's like feeling like you're really worried on a personal level. You're saying something dishonest. One thing I was going to say that actually really helped me with those ads that I had AI help me with, I had Gemini help me with, because I didn't write the copy, it wrote the copy, and I gave it like 6 really good reviews, the ones that I use normally for kind of A+ content and putting on social media. I gave it the blurb, and I gave it a bit of like vibe info, and then it wrote copy that was just like far more confident than I would ever be. Like just so positive, and reading it doesn't read like a lie, it reads like ad copy, and like it doesn't make me think, oh gosh, if that's a lie, this person's betrayed me. It makes me think, yeah, that's ad copy. And that was really nice, just a trial, but it's taken me a long time to really work my way towards that, you know, feeling like I can make big statements in my ad copy, like you know, get ready for Crazy with a Difference. It's like, it's not with a difference. It's just it's about a small village, and
I use that with Facebook. I use the personas thing where it rewrites so I write my initial copy, and then I do the personas, like specify it for different personas, and then it rewrites what I've written, and just like adds a little bit more of a spin to it, makes it sound a little bit more like zippy or more confident and bigger statements. So it takes the stuff, but it takes out your
Anxiety.
your anxiety and lack of ego. It's like, do you know what? Take
Yeah.
out the anxiety, amp up the ego, and that's AI. And that's maybe maybe we should just start with that in the first place. Maybe we should just be our own AI. And then if people say,
Yeah.
"Oh, the AI's clearly written this. No one would ever write this about themselves," so then you get to have a little chuckle and say, "I did. I
Yeah.
wrote best book you'll read this year." In fact, I should just put that best book, best witchy coven book you will read this year. Hands
Well, I was gonna say, is there anything
down.
you would do differently if you knew, so I've been watching a lot of Supernatural recently. If you had sold your soul to a demon, for like huge success, and you knew this book was definitely gonna be a success, is there anything differently you would do in terms of launching it?
I probably would do more of the cringy stuff. So like Brianne Randall, I don't want to. I'm not. This isn't dragging her over hot coals. I admire her for this, but she's
She's so good at what she does,
really
but like I feel like I couldn't do it.
yes, yeah, because she really leans into what we would call quote unquote cringe, which is over enthusiastic, really like self assured, and the kind of really like so hyped about her own thing. And if I knew that I was going to succeed, I would be doing that because I would be thinking like, no, but seriously, guys, this thing that I'm selling, this is it. But I can't.
But like her book isn't any better than yours at all.
No.
And she became a huge bestseller just on that like confidence.
Yeah.
There's nothing else
Actually,
to the book.
I'm really, again, not dragging her. She's self-publishing her next book with her friend.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to see how that goes for her. I don't want to sound awful. I just in terms of like general interest, I'm very much looking forward to seeing her process for self-publishing and whether she'll have the same success without having a publisher behind her to give her the credit, the not credit, but the
Clout.
Yeah, the clout. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is really interesting because I think she did so much marketing for that book herself. And it would be interesting to see what it's like without like the amplification of another like of trad publishing. Because she was with Head of Zeus, which is, a big publishing company but not huge financially. And so it'd be interesting to see like what's the weighting on that. Can she do the same thing herself again? Yeah, I would say this is maybe a time to lean into the fact that you are small, right? You're the smallest I've ever been.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like,
I feel
could
bad,
you do the cringiest stuff possible?
Yes, I have been putting in my copy, like perfect book if you want to support a small indie author who's trying to make it. Like I don't want to ask people to support me because I'm an indie author, but I know that there are people who are more likely to want to support an indie author because the tide's turning a little bit. And there are a lot of people out there who specifically, if you can believe what you see in social media posts, say that they want to read more indies and they're looking for them. And a lot of the time, I think it's just farming for interactions and stuff. But potentially they're there, and I do want to start putting that more up front. So maybe I'll start with like the next best indie read of September. Yeah. And then, maybe that's going to be my week.
Think about like what be around like a lot of very personal face to camera videos.
Yeah.
And just like really talking about her enthusiasm for the book. Do you feel like you would do that if you knew the book was going to be, again, sold to the devil, like successful?
Yeah, I struggle to be enthusiastic online. I can't believe I'm saying this because I'm such an enthusiastic person in real life. And it comes across, I think, on the podcast that I think you can tell that I'm a very positive person. But when I'm doing stuff for social media, I can't turn the dial up. I don't know what it is. It's like the dial's stuck at 5. And I know when I'm on here and in real life, I'm like, I can go up to a 20. But on social media, I try and I really I struggle to get it up. Oh,
could you do it scripted? Because one thing that I found really useful this week, I had to make a video for work, and I quite often, I don't have to do it very often. I sometimes do these videos for work where I'm just promoting something that we do. I'm talking about something to do with I work in education, something to do with reading, and usually the video script is really short, so I can just write it and stick it above my phone camera, and you can't really tell that I'm reading it, or it's short enough that I can mostly memorize it and just glance at the words occasionally. But this script for some reason was much longer, and the social media person had written like, she wrote the whole script and then the brackets after she's like, oh, just improv it, something like this. And I was like, I can't do either of those things. I can't read a really long script that I can get conspicuous, and I can't improv it because I'm a writer for a reason. Like, I get halfway through a sentence and I'm like, wait, what did I say? What was the beginning? And I just start making things up that are like wildly untrue if I'm trying to improv but sort of stick to a script. Anyway, so I used like a teleprompter app, which was like so much fun and so easy to do.
I
It was
knew you were
delightful.
using a teleprompter in your
Yeah,
last
I
post.
know. Yeah, because I
Only
read
because I
and I
was
was like,
tuned in.
yeah, because I was setting up, I was testing it up, and I was like, oh, you know what? I could do this for the opening of my book. Why don't I try this? And actually, I could not read the teleprompter more than like a minute anyway, which is like the limit of a social media post, so it's fine. But after that, I fumbled, so I just read the beginning of the book. But like, could you script some enthusiastic
Yeah,
videos?
I think
Things like that?
so. I don't know if you know this, but I'm great at lip syncing.
Yes, so good.
and
Yes.
and I am very good at memorizing a lot of script, a lot of words. So I think that I could memorize a script, but I also might try a teleprompter app. Yeah, and maybe I'll get some like I'll try some short, snippy little things and do
I think you should
voiceovers.
imagine like Brianne Randall was writing a script for you to promote your book. She's read your book, she loved your book. She's like, Sam, you have to sell the book. Like, you have to tell everyone about this book. It's going to be the book of the year. You're going to be like
Yeah.
bigger than me. Here's the script for it. Write that script and then say it. I was going to look up the app just in case anyone wants to try it, because I had sort of like, I've used teleprompters before, but like on an iPad. So when I've done like filming, we have a film camera as well in the office when I used to work in Hong Kong, and we would do filming, with a green screen, everything behind us, and we would have a teleprompter. Someone would hold an iPad for that, and I'd never once considered getting it for my phone, which is, I'm aware, ridiculous not to think about. But I found like a good free app. It's called Prompter Pal. It's maybe the first one that came up,
Okay.
and it's free. It constantly prompts you to pay money for it, so that's kind of how they make their money, by trying to make you upgrade. But the free version is absolutely fine. Would really recommend it.
Okay, I'll download that. I do love I do love talking to a camera, even though on social media I can't amp it up. I used to do YouTube, and I used to love doing YouTube stuff. I would make videos every week, and I was on like 2 different channels and did loads of stuff about talking about TV shows and like all the stuff. I was like one of those people. It was the mid 2000s,
Do you like
and
the
everyone
vampire stat?
and everyone was doing it. Yeah. I love that.
It's a meme. If anyone's not seen it,
It's a
just look up
meme.
like vampire stat
Yeah.
YouTube. It's
Hi
basically
guys,
even
it's
Anne Rice
me,
clip.
Vampire Lestat here.
Welcome to my YouTube channel.
Yes. So I'm fine in front of the camera. I like doing it. So maybe, yes, you're right. Maybe I should be scripting, and then I feel like I'm not just. I can pretend someone else has written the script. I can get Notebook LM to like grab some stuff from the manuscript.
You
and
can
then
even just tell it
see.
to like, you can look at Gemini and ask it to like review Brianne Randall's online posts and like tell it to write you similar content for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I would say that's the thing that I think because you've been writing this book for a while, it feels like you need to take a level up, you take a step up to be like, it is coming out. Start having like time countdowns, start like something should be changing about social media for book 1.
Yeah, that's why I stopped on TikTok this week, as I felt like what I've been doing has stopped reaching more people now. I mean, it does reach people, but it doesn't reach people who do things. It's still just reaching the people that will save a post, and saving a post, whilst it's great for the algorithm, isn't great for anything else. It's like, it's fun, but it's not helping.
Yeah.
So
I feel like you want to create a sense of urgency.
Yes. So prompt. I'm just writing this down so I don't forget.
That's good radio. No, you can't be making
what did you call it?
Thinking noise.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm looking at my phone.
I'll put it in the show notes. It's called Prompter Pal.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I just have to open it on my phone, because then I won't forget.
Yeah.
So I will look at that after we've finished.
Good. Yes, it was good though. You can do it vertical, horizontal. It just puts words over the screen, and you can speed them up, slow them down, and just say them as they come out. And so I just did a little reading of the beginning of my book as an experiment. But actually, I might do some more like that. Actually, it was quite a nice, easy post to make. And yeah, a bit of variety. Maybe something interesting.
Yeah, it's just a lot of people are trying more different things on socials these days. I think for a while everyone was doing the same sort of content, and maybe that's why it's stilled a little bit. I mean, we talked about this before we started recording that TikTok has kind of slowed down for us. So maybe there's a change in the waters, and people are going to be throwing out slightly different content. So maybe I'll crest that wave. Maybe this is it.
Yeah.
I'm going to catch this wave.
Yeah.
Hang
You got 3
ten,
weeks
cowabunga.
to get on this wave. And all the other contemporary references.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, do we have anything else to say about pre-launch activities?
Let me see. Back matter. No, I think I have successfully shown everybody how I wait till the very last moment to do anything. So
yeah, me too. I think that's the best way to be. Okay, so next week we have an interesting topic. We're talking about what we aren't doing and why. What do you mean by that?
This sounded very ambiguous. When I read this on our little rundown, I did worry about what this meant, but I do remember. So there's so many things that you can do when you're doing anything. It could just be like writing the book or editing the book or releasing the book. Everybody has something that they say that you should do, and all of a sudden the list of the things you could do becomes super long. So this episode is going to be about objects. Yeah, like everything sounds like a great idea. So yeah, this is going to be about the things that we aren't picking from that massive list and why we're not picking them, because you can't pick everything. So yeah, I'm excited to talk about that.
Yes, when I saw the list of things, I was like, what could we possibly have thought we were going to say about that? But actually thinking about it, so many good things. I think I want to really reaffirm my choices and pick like what, and just so I don't get derailed by things, and so I don't kind of feel like I've not made the decision. And yet be really conscious about, if I'm not doing this thing, do I have any plans to do it in future? And I think sometimes also this maybe is a useful like slight bullying episode. Like I think there are things that I just rule out because I just think not for me. But probably not true.
I get to bully you.
I think it's a two-way street next week.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know. Maybe there's things that maybe you're listening to me really sensible and well thought out and all correct. But I think we have blind spots in this area, and so I think there's things that I will have put on my like never to do list that are there for no reason. Yeah, like I think we have got some things that are the same, but quite a lot of things that are different. So we should have a good kind of be able to challenge each other, not bullying. We're challenging.
Yes.
And questioning what we are not doing. Okay, so that is next week. Thank you everyone who's listening along today. Apologies if you are an Apple Podcast listener, because maybe you've not got this episode or the one before. Hopefully you're listening at some point. Apple Podcast has taken against us as it is wont to do. But we shall be back at some point, hopefully, and you're listening to us there in future. If you want to join us and hear more from us, we have a Discord, the link from the show note. Link in the show notes for that. It's a free group, lots of other authors in there chatting away, sharing our wins and whinges, our epiphanies, our questions, and what we're thinking about the topic of the week. We've also got a coffee, so if you want to donate to the cost of keeping the podcast, which are not enormous, but they are currently coming out of our pockets, and if you'd like to help us pay for that, please do. The link in the show note for the coffee as well. You can either buy one of us a coffee, two of us a coffee, or a coffee and cake, and provide us with some nourishment, but also money for a podcasting host and server and things like that in reality. However you want to think about it, pop some money in the coffee. Thank you very much again for joining us, and we will see you next week. Goodbye.
You've been listening to Pen to Paycheck Authors.
Stay tuned for our next episode, and don't forget to subscribe to learn how to write your way to financial success.